Hey, it turns out the announcement on the Sega Countdown site actually was for just the release, and not an announcement. So I thought I'd get out a quick PC port review. Obviously, people can do more in detail ones than I can. I'm sure Digital Foundry is going to do one, but I thought I'd do a quick one because I know people are going to be on the fence about ports. I hear that there's been some problems with the Nair port, so wanted to get this out as soon as possible. I have not tested the keyboard and mouse controls, but I'm sure you remember Tokiden 2 did not have keyboard, it didn't have mouse controls at all, so if for some reason you want to play this on a keyboard, which with the whole dodge offset mechanic sounds like a nightmare, you have that available. Pretty much all this other stuff is identical to the way it was before. They have also added Japanese voices, which is something that's not been in any of the other versions. The controller support, it's pretty, standard, bare bones. It does not natively support your Dualshock 4 controller, so if you're playing on a PS4 controller like I am, you will have to use DS4 Windows or the Steam Beta client to, make it think that it's a Xbox controller. Everything is set to default. The default controls are pretty much the same as they would be on any of the other versions. Now the graphics, I'm going to go ahead and post my stats or my specs in the description. I have it on high right now, and I have not had any performance issues at all. As you can see here, the VRAM usage is about a fourth of what I have available on my graphics card, which is a GTX 750 Ti, and it runs fine. So you can even tweak it up even more, but I figure since I'm on a mid-range computer, I don't really care. And this game is, it's still a very brown, still a very, sepia-toned game for most of it. So I don't know how much this stuff matters, but it definitely does look and perform a lot better than the other versions. So I'm going to go ahead and play through the prologue really quick so you guys can see some footage. So you guys can hear me talk. Now, mod support, I really don't know how that's going to work. I know that Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which is the first Platinum port, does not really have any major mods. I think that they got as far as making Jetstream Sam playable in the campaign. I don't know much about that community. I don't know if that was just because, it's not on MT Framework, which is why a lot of the other character action games on Steam, like Dragon's Dogma and DMC4 and all those games have like heavy mod supports because that engine's been figured out. But with this, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure there will probably be at least a cheat engine table. Someone will probably come up with a way to just make like a Bloody Palace or something where you can like edit in enemies. I know even Tales of Berseria has that right now. So if you're buying this for mods, I would not hold your breath. You should probably wait and see what's going to happen. If there's a cheat engine table, I'm definitely going to let people know because I've played through this game so much. I'm not terribly interested in playing through it vanilla. I kind of just got this for mods and maybe a cheat engine table and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and play through the campaign so you guys can see some quick footage. The cutscenes are still 30 FPS, which is pretty standard, so if you're expecting all that to be fixed like the DMC ports, then you're going to be a little disappointed. You can tell I have not played this in a while. I also don't have any of the good moves. I don't have afterburner kick or dodge or Panther offset or anything like that. I don't even have the stinger right now. I pretty much just loaded up the game, tested it out, and then made this video. load times are definitely a lot better. I'm not really running a crazy solid-state hard drive or anything. I actually had to remove my solid-state drive the last time I got my computer fixed a year ago. So these load times are probably going to be pretty standard for most people. I think I only have like a 7200 RPM hard drive here, which I think is equivalent to what's in a PS4 stock PS4. So that part of the game is definitely vastly improved. There does not seem to be any kind of extra features like the Metal Gear Rising port, which had the little boss rush thing that you could do, which is I could say that's kind of a hit against this game because I'm sure you know this is one of the Kamiya directed games, which means that it has a lot of you know, fluff in the game. There's the big Space Harrier section, there's the racing game, mini game, and stuff like that. You're not going to be able to skip any of that without some kind of mod or cheat engine table. So they kind of sacrificed all the, you know, extra features, the bells and whistles, for just having a solid port. Which is probably fine for some people, but, you know, maybe people who are looking to do, like, combo videos and stuff are probably going to have to wait a while until there's some mods. It's definitely awkward playing this without the full moveset. You played so long with the full moveset, it's very difficult to get accustomed to not having it. You see, like right there, I tried to air dodge. The increased performance is definitely going to help with some things. I'm sure you remember pretty much every other version of this game, the 60 FPS was more of a suggestion than a right. You know, it was there when it wanted to be, but there were a lot of times where the game dipped pretty significantly. Whereas here, it's pretty much rock solid 60 FPS. You get fast load times, and I'm sure there will be some kind of modifications for the game at some point. How far it goes really depends on, you know, how moddable the game is and how dedicated the community is. There seems to be quite a bit of hype for this port, so I hope that there will be some mods. I'm honestly probably not going to play this much at all until there's some mods for it. I'd like to unlock the Sci-Fung with the cheat engine table and probably just get like you know, the Angel Slayer unlocked and maybe edit some enemies in and stuff like that, but we'll see what happens. I will definitely keep people posted on that regard. Anyway, I hope this helps. I wanted to get this out as soon as possible. It is a really, really great port. It's definitely missing some bells and whistles. There's not much of a reason to buy this, you know, unless you're, you know, really into performance, or you just want to play on PC, or your old consoles just aren't with you anymore. There aren't really any extra features right now, but, you know, this may end up being a DMC4 PC where there's so many extra features that actually make it way better than the console versions. Anyway, catch you guys later.